Hello. What's up, guys? How's everyone doing today? I'm actually going to turn this down just even a little bit more. Because I am currently very worried about copyright. Because guess what? My stream yesterday got hit. So I'm actually going back to an old stream that I used to listen to all the time for my background music. And I swapped to a different one because this one doesn't have quite the variety that Game Chops has. But I never got hit by copyright when listening to this. So we're going to go back to this one for now. But yeah, beyond that, we're going to be doing some Exeggutor today. So let me pull up that particular file. There we go. Should be popping up here in just a moment. There it is. All right, cool. So yeah, we're going to be finishing the Exeggutor run today. Oh, let me resize this since we do not have triple-digit deaths on Exeggutor like we do on Zubat. We do not need that extra space. So yeah. We are going to get started here in a moment. Also, by the way, hello, Fishiest. How you doing today? Second stream in a row, I've watched at least partially in the car. I hope you're not driving. Or at least if you are, you're just like listening to the stream and not actually watching it. But yeah, getting this run restarted in 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Oh, we were here. Interesting. Oh yeah, because we like fully ran out of time. Let me look at what I actually have. Psychic, Hypnosis, Mega Drain, Double Edge. Okay, yeah. So this is like going to be our moveset, I think, for like ever. Not the one driving. That's good. That's good. Hello, kitten. How are you? We have a Johnny Cat. Oh yeah, so this trainer that was right here, that was like, I fought that one off screen last week because of the whole my internet died as soon as I went into the fight, and then it just refused to come back up. So yeah, we missed this fight on stream, but if you that guy has a Cubone, an Arbok, and a Sense, and a Marowak. I almost said Sense. So yeah, Psychic and Mega Drain kind of devour his team alive. So not that big of a deal of a fight. So yeah. Now that we've done that, we get to go and deal with these guys. Shake my cheating restart. I'm not gonna restart because of that. I refuse. I refuse. The really nice thing about this is even though we're basically going to be forced into using Double Edge here. Ow. Hi. Because the psychic types tend to not have that great of a health stat. Are you kidding me? I would love to be able to use my move again. Thank you. Yeah, so while we are going to be taking recoil damage, the fact that we have such a high health stat and they have such a low health stat actually makes it so that it's not nearly that big of a deal. We just got really unlucky that Hypnosis was the move that he chose, Hypnosis actually hit, and also we got the 1 in 4 for Hypnosis to hit fucking double edge. That was just like really, really unfortunate in every sense of the word. Yeah, look at how little damage I'm taking in recoil from these guys. Like, it's basically nothing. It is a little bit unfortunate that we are entirely out of Mega Drains, though. I would have liked to have had at least one for the Slowbro at the end here, but there's not a whole lot that we can do about it. Oh my god. This, by the way, this feels absolutely incredible relative to what we were dealing with yesterday. Oh my god, the fact that I could actually just blast through some people, even with like really unfortunate luck, I could still beat the hell out of these people. It just feels so good. I'm gonna save before this one because Slowbro is a little bit scary. I mean, I am actually only 3 levels higher than it as well. Oh, that sucks a whole lot of ass. Growl is like really unfortunate. Okay, good, a crit. Let me actually look at what we got going on. We got 7 double edges. So 1 for the 1, 2, 3, most likely 4, 5 probably is what I'm assuming that we're gonna need 5. 1 for the Kadabra, 2 for the Mr. Mime, and 2 for the Alakazam. That's what I'm expecting here. And then Psychic kills the thing, the Venomoth. I'm gonna use Super Potions just mainly for recoil damage, because her Pokemon are basically not gonna be able to do damage to me at all. Yeah, that's kind of what I expected. Yeah, when a Psybeam from a fucking Kadabra does as little damage as a double slap from Mr. Mime, it's not a great look for you. Hey, I was actually like entirely well. Okay, that crit made me entirely correct. It would have been a 3-hit KO on the Alakazam if it had if I had not crit there after the recover. All right, what do we have left? What do we have left? Koga and Blaine, huh? Koga's gonna be real easy because we just gotta. Hi, you're late. Hi, you're just kind of here. How much money I got? 50 grand. I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna need to ask you to just be kind of chill here, kitten. Rest is fine. Oh, we just crit. That's fine. That works. That works great. Let me through. Why are you? This is the strongest this man has ever been. There we go. Oh no. Man, it's been a while since I've actually hit this guy. It's fine. It's actually not a big deal. It's literally nothing on this route is going to be a problem for us because they're all die to Psychic. It's either fighting or poison types. Hey, we actually got the full restore. There we go. See? You can just go into Lap Cat mode and you're fine. It's a very strangely positioned Lap Cat mode, but we got a Lap Cat. Alright. I do want to heal here so that I have full power points. That's like the main thing. I think that's going to be the major limiting issue. We've kind of already ran into that today. We already ran out of Mega Drains. Oh no, the Psybeam that did nothing. Yeah, I'm doing more damage to myself than they are doing to me. I'm gonna use another Super Potion here because Hypno is scary. Hypno is always scary. It's like he can put me to sleep and then just fucking like headbutt me to death or something. I don't know. All right, this guy should be free unless I start killing myself with recoil, which I don't think is gonna happen. And the nice thing is there's a couple of nice tasty sand slashes for me to drink over the next couple of fights, so we're gonna be able to get a lot of that health back. Yeah, look at all that health. Look at all that health that we got back. It would have been nice if it was Sand Slash, Arbok Sand Slash, so that I could drink 2 of them, but, you know, it is what it is. Oh my god. My neck cracked from drinking that. I bent my head back to take a drink and my neck cracked. Felt good. Was not expected, though. Yeah, we should be fine. I don't think that we need to save here. The only thing that I'm even slightly worried about is, like, X attack. So, I think the biggest threat from Koga is X attack into somehow surviving Psychic into self-destruct on the Weezing. I think that's the only way that we lose this fight. And even, and that is unlikely, right? I do not expect the Weezing to be able to survive a Psychic regardless. And that's also assuming that the Weezing outspeeds me, which it doesn't. So, yeah. Alright, easy peasy. Easiest gym of my life. Now, the next one, not so much, right? Next one, not so much. Try to deal with Blaine with this grass-type Pokemon that's not overly speedy. This could be bad for me a little bit. Alright, Silph Scope, Pokeflute, Card Key, and that's all of them? Yeah, that's all of them. Oh, but I have no repels, do I? Oh, I do. They're right there. Okay, good. Okay, good. All right. I am going to go over here, and we're going to sell a lot of this stuff, too, because we have a lot. What's TF26? Is that Earthquake? I feel like that's Earthquake. Let me just double check. What are you? Yeah, okay. I don't get that very often. And when I do get it, it's not in my inventory for very long because I just use it immediately more often than not. All right. I could grab those 2 items, but I'm not worried about it. We're just not going to do that. I know what HN3 is. Go away. Shut up. Yeah, I'm not even going to worry about the fucking extra money that I get from those 2 items. I'm not going to need it in this run. There's so many. Remember how yesterday I had literally nobody that could learn Strength? And then in this run, I have 3 out of my 4 Pokemon can learn Strength. Yeah, we just go to Pallet Town, right? That's what we do here. By the way, we can pop this. And this. Ah, we are maxed on carb. Oh, is that what I spent all my money on originally? That kind of would make sense, right? I should still have a repel going, I think. Yep, there it is. Yeah, it would make total sense for me to have boosted Carbos because my physical attack and my special are both pretty damn good. The lowest thing that we have to deal with is our speed. So yeah, it would make sense for me to have grabbed Carbos in my first shopping trip instead of like protein or calcium. I do actually think that I like this routing a bit better for the repels. Because I can just... yeah, if I go straight from Safari Zone to Cinnabar, that actually helps out a lot. Because that basically allows me to use a lot more of the second max repel from the Safari Zone. Because I use it basically for like 4 patches of grass in the Safari Zone itself. Why am I like... yeah, I wanted to save. I was like, why am I in my Pokemon menu? I opened it up, I was like, why am I here? What am I doing? Do we just double edge you to death? Probably. I think we do double edge the weaker Pokemon to death, and then we psychic like the Ninetales. I would have liked to see what would have happened if we hadn't crit there. I think it's fine, though. I think we still kill the Ninetales even without a crit. Oh, we don't! Oh, okay. That's interesting. By the way, we're going through a lot of healing items just because of double edge recoil. We just do so much more damage to ourselves than they are able to do to us. So y'all want to know what my newest like trend that I've been getting into on YouTube is? So over the last week, for whatever reason, which it was actually really weird that it started recommending this to me because, like the majority of what I watch is like movie reviews, like long form, like 3+ hour movie and TV critiques. That's what I've been watching. That's like the primary use that I have on YouTube at this point. And for whatever reason, YouTube's like, hey, due to what you're watching right now, you would probably like this YouTuber, this VTuber, Shy Lily. Who the fuck is Shy Lily? So I check out her stream, or her like, because it was shorts mostly is what it started with. And it's like this like hyper cutesy VTuber that's like also a bit degen. It's like, what the fuck is this? Why am I being recommended this? But she was like really funny, so I was like watching more and more of her stuff. And then like that started branching off into me watching like a bunch of the other people that she would bring into her streams and into her videos. So like now my fucking entire YouTube like recommendeds list is like, here's 1,000 VTubers that you've never heard of. I'm like, what the fuck? How did this happen so quickly? The best genre of VTuber one, like cutesy but also a bit degen. All right, what am I looking like on psychics? 6? Okay, so I think we just psychic the Growlithe and it dies. We just psychic the Ponyta and it dies. I think I go for hit. No, oh fuck. This is what I was worried about. This is what I was worried about. Okay, good. Good. Yeah, that was my big concern was... Oh, shit. Alright, we're just gonna double edge it. Fuck you. I thought I was fairly... Really? Come on. Ow. 3 in a row? Are you kidding me? 60%, by the way. 60%, everybody. He used a potion. He burned 2 turns with useless super potions, and he still almost killed me. But, like, his really shitty AI was kind of countered by my really shitty accuracy. So, I'm not worried about it overly. It kind of countered each other out. But yeah, if you like if you're into that kind of stuff at all, I would recommend Shy Lily. She's actually kind of funny. I like her a lot. It's just like really weird that it started getting recommended to me at all. Like, that's the thing that still blows my mind. It's like, why was this recommended to me? Like, because basically a lot... There are actual, like, full stream VODs. But you kind of have to dig for those. The vast majority of the content that she has on her channels is, like, either, like, 5-minute compilations of, like, the highlights of her streams, or, like, more edited, like 10 to 20-minute videos. That's still like, I guess they're still kind of hyper, or not hyperlights, highlights of the streams, but like it's like incredibly different from anything that I watched before. So it's mainly just like I'm just like incredibly confused as to why it was recommended to me in the first place, despite the fact that I really enjoyed the content. It's like, what? How deep are you into my brain, YouTube, that you're able to determine that this thing is something that I would watch, despite the fact that I've literally never interacted with anything that has anything to do with this? It's just very strange indeed. Okay, so I want to have 1, 2 Mega Drains, right? 1 for Rhyhorn, 1 for Rhydon. Psychic can just kill the rest. Oh, shit. I should not have been using... Why was I using Mega Drain on a Machoke, and why did it kill the Machoke? I guess I crit. I guess I crit the Machoke, that's what happened. Does some sloppy pathing, but it's fine. Rhyhorn! Let's do it. Alright, Mega Drain. Drink the Rhyhorn. I was really hoping that he wouldn't go for... Like, why does it... So this motherfucker... Really? By the way, I got like 87% accuracy and I just missed 3 100% accurate moves in a row. I just figure out that someone else was pregnant before they realized? Jesus. Alright, it didn't matter because I'm still overpowered as fuck, but that's like, I hate Sand Attack. I hate Sand Attack so fucking much. It's so frustrating every single time. Because it's literally just... I got hit once. And then it's 87%. If you get hit once, it's 87%. If you get hit twice, it's 60%. If you get hit 3 times, it's 50. And then if you get hit 4 times, it's 40. Relative to the full accuracy of that move. So Psychic, which is a 100% accurate move, that becomes that accuracy, right? So I got hit by one sand attack, which puts me down to 87.5%, which then caused me to miss the next 2 attacks in a row. Fuck this game. I hate it. Stupid. Is this even an issue whatsoever, or do we just, like, absolutely wreck this entire fucking team? Oh, the execute, that's an issue. But, like, we get to the Blastoise and we just Mega Drain and we kill it. Ooh, that's actually a little bit scary, huh? The fact that we weren't able to one-shot the Blastoise. Because Blastoise on the champion is going to have Blizzard. Fuck it, I'm just going to pop a full restore. I don't feel like going back. I wouldn't have done that except for the poison. So I wasn't going to go back to the Pokemon Center for the poison. But it might have... Like, despite the fact that we have a bajillion health, I think that we still probably died. If we tried to go the entire way. And plus just the fucking flashing would have been frustrating. Just been, like, really unfortunate. All right. So, speaking of things that I've seen on YouTube, or actually something that I haven't seen on YouTube yet, are you all aware that there's going to be a director's cut of Rebel Moon? That they have actually decided to give the man even more money to release a second version of his shit movie onto Netflix. Are you guys aware of this? Have you heard of this? It's gonna be like over 3 hours long or something like that. And it's rated R, which means that there's gonna be more blood and apparently tentacle sex. The inferred tentacle sex in the first movie is now just blatant. And my question is, why? Why does this exist? Why is this going to exist? Why do people keep giving this motherfucker money? I don't understand. We're just gonna not deposit the Exeggutor. Thank you very much. We're gonna deposit everybody except for the Exeggutor. Yeah. Did we just burn all of them? I think we just burn all of them right now. I think we just get rid of all of them. Hey, Lord Bovid, what's up, my dude? How you doing? So yeah. I was thinking about possibly doing, like, depending on how long this takes, which I don't think it's going to take that much longer. Maybe doing, like, a live reaction kind of thing to it. Like, watching the actual trailer, because I haven't seen the trailer. I've seen, like, a couple of stills from the trailer, but I haven't seen the trailer itself. And I was thinking about maybe doing, like I said, like a live reaction type of thing for it. Oh, the growls fucking sucks. Yeah, that's kind of what I was worried about. All right. Don't freeze me. Okay, good. I was like, I don't think that the Lapras can kill me. I don't think that the Lapras can kill me, but but it can freeze me. I'm doing just fine. I'm doing pretty all right. It's getting a little bit warm here, a little bit too hot for true comfort. But beyond that, it's not that bad. All right, we are definitely using an elixir at this point. Right? 14, 20, 20. Yeah, okay. There we go. But yeah, I'm like really curious as to what the trailer actually includes. Oh, you dick. Okay, good. We got rid of the confusion. That just never ended up doing anything. Worst case scenario is confuse rate. Nightshade is fine. Okay, good. Yeah. Yeah, fucking Agatha is still kind of scary, despite the fact that I am super effective against her, because she can just outspeed and put me to sleep and do all of the bad things to me. You can't really... Well, like, a crit Hyper Beam is, like, the worst thing that we could see here. Psychic should kill both of the Dragonairs and also the Aerodactyl. We are going to get outsped by the Aerodactyl. Hyper Beam is really fucking scary. That was a crit Hyper Beam, though. Alright. But we were able to get most of it back. Okay, good. We're fine. Look at this coconut tree go. I mean, like, to be fair, though, my coconut tree is a hell of a lot better than his coconut tree. Mine actually has moves. He is stuck with what we were stuck with until fucking Celadon. Which I think I need to... Flow restore is fine. Psychic, as long as... Okay, good. I was about to say, as long as we don't get hit by... As long as we don't get hit by the special drop, we're fine. If we got hit by the special drop there, we were in really big trouble. Arcanine, we Psychic. The best it's got is Ember. And no Burn. Burn would have also been really bad for us. We are going to try to put him to sleep. Because that's the biggest threat right now, is just getting put to sleep and then just, like, never waking up. Kind of a thing. We're going to put you to sleep as well. Blizzard is really scary. Don't do it. Okay, good. Are you kidding me, please? Wait, was that a crit? Or did we just... No, that had to have been a crit. That was definitely a crit. There's no way we one-shot the Blastoise with a fucking... There's no way. Okay, we crit and killed the Blastoise in one. It's fine. Everything's fine. We got down to 4 health. But, again, that's because of really bad luck. We did it! This was slightly better than what we've been dealing with lately. Yeah, we're not even an hour into the stream. Okay, so let's compare these numbers, huh? Let's compare these numbers. So in-game time this time was 7 hours and 13 minutes. Last time 7 hours and 23 minutes. So we cut 10 minutes off of the in-game time than over last time. Last time we died 6 times. This time we died 5. Last time it was 2 hours 10 minutes and 41 seconds in real time. This time 1 hour 55 minutes and 36 seconds. So we took 15 minutes off of the real time. And I didn't see what level I was. I wasn't paying attention. It was probably level 64 because we didn't do any extra leveling or anything like that. But we will find out soon. So this was 7 hours and 13 minutes, right? 5 deaths. 1 hour, 55 minutes, and 36 seconds. And then I'm assuming, like I said, I'm assuming level 64. Let's go into this. I fucking hate that. I fucking hate that. So I just searched Rebel Moon Director's Cut trailer on YouTube. And it's apparently 2 minutes and 28 seconds long. And, you know, because they put it on, they always put these on a whole bunch of different channels. A couple of them have different, a couple of them have different, 65, okay. That would actually make sense. We do have one extra rare candy than we did the last time we did this. So, yeah, 65 does make sense. Which means that if we were level 64, we probably didn't win that fight. Because the last blizzard would have killed us. But yeah, so the first trailer is just official Red Band trailer, you know, from Netflix's account. And it's got the Badman, Admiral Noble with a couple of fucking weird cult priests behind him. And then the second one from One Media is Admiral Noble entirely naked with a tentacle being shoved down his throat. And I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Like, let's have tentacle hentai in our fucking Star Wars ripoff. What do we do now? What do we do now? I actually don't want to do the live. I was thinking about doing the live reaction thing. I actually don't want to because I don't, A, copyright, and B, I just don't want that on my stream. I just don't want that kind of shit on my stream, honestly. Good boy. Yeah, just be a lab cat. You're okay. We could. Do we finish the Zubat run? Should we just finish the Zubat run? I'll let you guys decide. Anybody in chat, let me know. Do you want me to just finish the Zubat run now? Or continue working on it at least? Even if I don't finish it? Just continue dying to the Elite Four over and over again? Is that what we should do? One Zubat E4 attempt? I mean, we got 2 hours and 10 minutes. We got a lot of time left. We're not even an hour into the stream. 5 hours, 33 minutes, and 58.88 seconds is what we got on Zubat so far. All right, so we got one answer from Fishiest. Does anybody else have anything to input? Because I'll do it. I'll just do Zubat solo stuff. I normally don't, but because it's already been 2 streams, you see how, like, my hand is currently underneath the cat. Hi, this is my hand. It's currently underneath the cat. And he's just standing there. He's just going to stay here forever, I guess. Isn't that right, bud? Isn't that right, kitty cat? Hmm? Alright. I'm going to need you to either get out of that spot or get down. Alright, there we go. Alright. Yeah, we could do some Zubat. Hi. Wait. YouTube hungry today? Wait, what do you mean? What does that mean? Eating good? I wish I was. I haven't eaten yet. We're gonna do some kitty cuddle for a bit, though. Make like a make a thing where you could bet channel points, higher or lower sort of thing with the attempt count. I could. The problem with that would be, oh, actually, suffering time, go back. Ah, gotcha. All right. Put you down. I'm gonna put you down. All right. Yeah. Cat hair in the mouth. Not great. All right, but I need you to get down, please. Get down, please. Thank you. He's gonna jump right back up. Oh god, fucking hell. Well, let me pull up. Let me see if any of those actually showed up in my... Yeah, literally nothing. Goes, good job, Tree, into YouTube hungry today, eating good. Yeah, fucking, I hate it. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna do. All right, so we're doing Gyarados after we beat the Zubat, right? So let me actually find Gyarados on this and take it off. Where are you at? There you are. Okay. Oh, wait. There. Doduo, huh? So that's going to be our Wednesday run then? Doduo? That'll be interesting. Because Dodrio was actually really, really good. Dodrio was actually really, really good. So bad? I don't actually think so. Like, it doesn't have a whole lot going for it. And it's going to have a bitch and a half to get past Brock. Like, it's going to have a real issue getting past Brock. But, like, I mean, it depends on how it compares to Dodrio. Because Dodrio was surprisingly good. Like, here, let's take a look at Dodrio. Let's find Dodrio, huh? Hour and 41 minutes, level 67. So that was actually, I had missed a couple of the rare candies at that point, right? Because let me just double check. Yeah, so we've done Dodrio on YouTube. So I had missed 1 or 2 rare candies, depending on. So this was actually, I would have done the Dodrio run before I learned of the hidden rare candy in the Pokemon Lab, right? The one that's right next to the key to Blaine's gym. So I would have been missing 1 rare candy that I just forgot to grab at some point. Only died 6 times, hour and 41 minutes, and only 6 hours and 48 in game. That's like actually really good for a Pokemon that has like no moveset variety whatsoever. But I think he has like agility. Couldn't tell you a single interesting thing about Doduo. Well, he has 2 heads. That's about it. I expect him to be relatively fast. He should have a pretty decent attack stat. Special is probably going to be bad. Defense is probably going to be really shit. But speed and attack. And he's got Drill Peck, which is the single best flying move in Gen 1. And he also has Body Slam, which is also stab. I'm pretty sure he should have Drill Peck and Body Slam, which are the 2 best moves for his typing, right? Because both are stab. So he's probably going to have something like Body Slam, Drill Peck, Agility, Mimic, I think is going to be the final moveset or something like that. Might be something different. It would depend on what he actually has on his moveset. But that's kind of what I'm assuming it's going to be. So at first I was like, oh fuck, Doduo's gonna be shit. It's just not gonna be a fun run for me, and it's probably not gonna be that interesting. But I'm kind of curious how he's gonna do. Kind of like really curious how he's gonna do. But that'll be next week. Right now, which actually let me swap this photo from him to where is there. Oh cool, it was already like decently sized too, so I don't have to change it too much. All right, then we'll swap this back to Zubat. We will have to update the wipe counter from 5 to 113 because we've died a few times. We've died a few times on this particular Pokemans. All right, and also done that, and now we will have Doduo. By the way, remember everybody on this tracker here. Feel like Doduo will be a sleepy run? I don't know. It might be kind of spicy. It might be kind of spicy. But yeah, on this tracker here, we also got to remember there's a secret 152nd Pokemon here. Because we have done Missingno. We have done Missing. All right, getting started with this guy in 3, 2, 1, go. I'm like trying to remember the strats that I was using for these guys. God damn it. Roar Beam is fine. Roar Beam is fine. Mimic Amnesia. I remember this much. I don't know why I used Wing Attack there. That was really stupid. We no longer survive a we no longer survive an Ice Punch crit. Okay. Well, actually, we might have done so because of how many levels we've gotten it since the last time I got crit with Ice Punch and survived, because that was a while back. All right. And then we could just Wing Attack everything. X Defend is fine. Hitmonlee dies to Wing Attack. Onyx, we Mega Drain. Machamp, we Wing Attack. You, woman. How are my attacks looking? So 6 Mimics, 20 Wing Attacks, 9 Confuse Rays. So we have more Wing Attacks than we normally do. Like, we usually have around 18. So we got 2 extra that we usually don't. Time for this only needing 1 attempt. I fucking wish. Oh my god, that'd be the best. No! Well, here we go. We're dead. We're dead. We're like hyper dead. Finally, Jesus. Is that a 3-hit KO? So it's a 3-hit KO on Golbat, which is nice. Haunter, it's a 2-hit. I remember that much. Oh, perfect. I'm going to confuse Ray the Arbok, though. And watch, so just listen and not talk or anything. Still have my headphones in, though. All right. I appreciate it. Screech! That's fine. Screech actually helps us slightly. Okay. Because Screech boosts our speed. Oh, we actually outspeed the final Gengar. I don't actually know if we were doing that before or not. I have like no anything right now. Do we pop one of our 4 elixirs? I think it's fine. I think it's fine to pop an elixir here. We have 4 of them, and if we're only using 1 per Elite 4 attempt, because the only one that's not maxed right now is Wing Attack. And in fact, we could pop the Ether on Wing Attack. Because we still have the max Ether, right? We still have the max Ether here? Yeah. We also still have a PowerPoint up. Do we use this? What would we use this on? What would we use this PowerPoint up on? Mimic, maybe? Because we were like really low on mimics. We're almost out. I think we need to do this. Well, I know it. I think we need to do the next fight. Possibly, maybe. Hi, kitten. How are you? Good. Okay, we only took 40 health, and we could get that back from the Dragonair. I was gonna say maybe Mimic. Yeah, I just don't know how that helps us. So we're completely free on the Dragonair and the Dragonite. The only scary bit is the Aerodactyl. And like even then, the scariest bit there is we get hit by fucking crit Hyper Beam or something like that. Hi. I'm gonna Mega Drain. So that's a 3-hit KO. Sonic is super unfortunate. Bite is fine. Hurting myself in Confusion is not. Okay, good. So the only thing that we can do now is like if we can kill ourselves. But we got rid of the Confusion, so we're fine actually. We're completely fine. Good crit. Man, if you could like stop using barrier and use agility ever, that'd be great. No, the hyper potion. All of these barriers really suck a lot of ass. Don't have another one. We just burned through so many PowerPoints there. That sucks so bad. All right. We can use the full restore. Do I use it on Mimic? What do I mimic, actually? What do I mimic in... What do I mimic? What do I mimic? Hypnosis off of the Exeggutor? I think that's the only... Yeah, I have to use Hypnosis off the Exeggutor. So actually, I don't think that it is Mimic. Maybe it's Wing Attack. Maybe it's Wing Attack? What do we do? Okay, so we Wing Attack. What are we Wing Attacking? What are we Mega Draining? We Wing Attack the... Pidgeot. We Wing Attack the Alakazam. We Mega Drain the Rhydon after the Alakazam. If we survive the Alakazam, because you've got to remember, Alakazam one-shot us last time, and it's going to outspeed us. We did a bit of math. Well, we determined that we would need to get to like level 89 to be able to speed tie the Alakazam, right? Actually, let me look at speed 142. Yeah, the Alakazam speed is like a 160. So we're still 18 point. What are you doing, kitten? Are you gonna jump down, or are you just gonna hang out on the armrest specifically for the rest of the... There we go. Do I grab Double Edge? Do I teach Double Edge over Wing Attack? No, right? Wing Attack is Stab, which puts it over 50. Right? Wait, let me just double check because my mental math capacity right now is fucking negative. So 35 times 1.5 is 52.5. Okay, so Wing Attack will do more damage to Exeggutor than Double Edge will. By a very slight margin, but it also doesn't have the recoil damage. Hey, Philemon, how you doing? We're trying to figure out. You know what? I think the actual play here. I think the actual play here is we just go in without doing anything, and then we die immediately to the Alakazam. I think that's what happens here. I think we don't use any other items. We just come in here and we just immediately die to the Alakazam. Wait, we outspeed? How do we outspeed? Wait, what the fuck? Wait, we outspeed. How do we wait, what the fuck happened? Why was the thing so wrong? I am so confused. There is no universe in which I should have been able to outspeed that man. I think we have to mimic takedown. Did he lower your stats? No. This is the champion, right? Yes, this is the champion. No, he didn't lower our stats. He used Wing Attack, Mirror Move, Whirlwind were the moves that he used. I think I have to take takedown. Diffuse Reagan. Ember sucks. I love that he just never fucking took recoil, or he never hit himself in confusion. That's great. Yep, okay. Well, that's fine. Okay, so now we know. So now these are actual attempts. These are actual attempts. Okay, so this means that I'm... We're gonna use it on Mimic. We're gonna use it on Mimic. We're saving. We're committing. We are committing to this course of action. Okay. Okay. We have a chance. Of course, you immediately break out of your confusion, you asshole. Okay, not a bad Dugong. Not a bad Dugong. Cloyster really can't do anything to me scary anymore. We got the attack drop. It's a little bit unfortunate, but it's not the biggest deal. 2, 3. Then we Mega Drain. Mega Drain. And we Mega Drain because she used another Super Potion. Alright. I was going to use Wing Attack there to finish it, but... Oh, we almost one-shot with Mega Drain. With Mega Drain and one badge boost, right? I still have a rare candy? I do still have a rare candy. So we use the rare candy on Lance this time, for sure. Like 100%. That's what we do. If I die to Agatha, I'm still not going to use any items before Agatha. Because if I die to Agatha, I'm just going to continue keeping the experience. Because we're up another, like, we're now up another level, right? Yeah. Perfect. Hypnosis. Confuse no more. Nightshade is like the second best thing for us to have seen there. Yo, and we got the two immediate... Well, alright, fine. Fuck you then. Is it a 2-shot on the Gengar now? Interesting. Still a 3-hit on the Golbat, but it's now free. Okay. Haunter, go to sleep. It's a 2-hit. Three-hit on the Arbok. Well, 4-hit. Well, okay. Never mind. 3-hit on the Arbok. Oh, you bitch. Alright, we're just gonna go for it. I'm not gonna use what's it called? As long as we don't get confused and hit ourselves a whole bunch of times, which he just got into a heal loop there, so that's good for us. Okay, so we beat her. Alright, well, like I said, we are this is an actual attempt. We're gonna pop the rare candy. That puts us up to 85, which actually, what I shouldn't have actually done that. When I show up, you win. I'm okay with this, honestly. I'm so over this fucking run. All right. Use Ray. It going for Leer turn 1 is fine. Hitting itself is also fine. Hyper Beam, less so. Oh shit! I just realized we have fucking animations turned on. Oops. 1, 2, 3. All right, and we're gonna drink you dry. Because I want my health back. All right, so I'm going to Mega Drain the Aerodactyl. And then I'm going to Confuse Ray the Dragonite. And hope that he doesn't get a... Okay, good. I was hoping that he wouldn't get a barrier off turn 1. Fuck off. Yeah. Because if he didn't get the barriers off, which he... Like, it's a 50-50 for him to go between barrier and fucking agility, and he just hit the barrier 50 every time. Which really fucking sucks. A lot. Oh, good. We didn't get the second Hyper Potion. We didn't get another Hyper Potion. Yeah, the barrier from Dragonite fucking really sucks. A lot. Another elixir. We're gonna use Max Ether on the wing attack, and there we go. We're all good to go. So the fact that we outspeed the Alakazam, I think what we do now is we oh, that's not great. Yeah, all right, cool. We ruined it. Yo, we got through the Pidgeot without taking any damage. Hell yeah. We just go straight for killing the Alakazam. We got through the Alakazam without taking damage. Let's go. All right, we're gonna confuse Ray the Arcanine. Hurts itself in confusion. That's fine. He kills himself with recoil damage. Let's go. All right, Mimic, Hypnosis. We kind of just have to hope that, yeah. Fuck. All right. Okay, we woke up. Hypnosis. We got him to sleep. Good. I'm also going to confuse Ray him. We're going to do both. We're going to be like hyper careful right now. Looks like it might have been a 3-hit KO. All right, again, we're going to be like hyper careful because I do not want to get hit by Blizzard ever. And yeah, look at that. It's like a 3-hit KO. What is it, like fucking 24 levels higher than that stupid Blastoise is, and it's still a 3-hit KO? No, you don't get to evolve, you little shit. We did it! We did it! Zubat is finished. We finished 2 runs today. Let's go. And it's still only 7:20. We still have half the stream to go. What do I do with the rest of the stream? Like, I knew that Exeggutor was gonna be easy. But fucking hell. Alright, Zubat. Zubat. Wait, where am I? Why am I way the hell? Oh, because I was doing a thing. Alright. Wait. Did we really only get killed once? I missed almost all the stream then? No, we are still only halfway done with the stream. I just don't know what to do with the rest of it. But yeah, welcome in, Taco. How you doing? All right, so Zubat in-game time was 14 hours and 23 minutes. Deaths total was 114. Did I miss a death? I feel like I did. I feel like I missed a death. By the way, there we go. No, I did not. Yeah, no. Okay, wow. That last... We sat there and talked about that for a while then. So yeah, 114. Total time was 5 hours, 54 minutes, and 33 seconds. And level was, what, 84? 84, I think it was. I'll double check that. Man. Just sell out. Guys, by the way, ladies and gentlemen of the viewership, if you're on the Twitch side and you have that Prime sub available, and you know, if you got that Twitch Prime thing and you got that Prime sub and you want to toss it my way, I'm not going to say no. And I would appreciate it. If you're on the YouTube side, you can see up at the top there that I do currently have 86, not 84. Okay, 86, not 84. That I do have a current YouTube subscription goal of 400, and we are currently at 378. To do my first ever Pokemon Nuzlocke. So if you haven't subscribed on the YouTube side, you want to see me get real mad because I die because of random self-destructs and shit, toss me a subscription. Did you decide the Nuzlocke rules? No. I haven't really thought about the rules too much because I feel like we're still a ways out from that. especially since in this past week we've actually ran away from that goal a little bit. We were up at 380 and now we're down to 378, so we lost a couple of people, but that's fine, it happens. All right, so we don't need to roll again because we already determined that our Tuesday Pokemon for next week is going to be Gyarados. Zubat haters, I guess. I don't know. I mean, like, some people, like, people just, you know, I've unsubbed to people that I have no actual issue with, but, you know, I just didn't watch their stuff anymore. My taste had changed. And there's some people that I'm still subscribed to that I literally do not watch ever, and I should unsub to because it just clogs up my subscription feed, but I just haven't done it. What could we play for a little bit? Too lazy to unsub, fair. What could we play for a little bit? Solo Pokemon rounds are funny. Yeah, they're pretty good. I enjoy them quite a bit. I enjoy my Pokemon solo runs quite a bit. Okay, so do we do the fucking live reaction? Do we do that? Because I feel like that could, like, I feel like that 2 minutes of fucking Rebel Moon trailer footage will probably spark a conversation that'll last a half hour. We could do that. By the way, what I am gonna do is I'm just gonna show you the fucking. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Why would you put this in your fucking movie? Why would you put this in your movie? Why is this a thing? This is fucking stupid. Especially since he's supposed to be like a terrifying, like, villain character that you're supposed to be scared of, and then you see him and he's just, you know, getting plowed by tentacle monsters. Why would you do this? Is it an alien movie, I guess? So okay, so Rebel Moon, in Zack Snyder's own words, is Star Wars for adults, because in Zack Snyder's mind, a movie for adults is hyper gritty. It is very sexualized, as you could fucking tell, and it's super bloody. It has absolutely nothing to do with the quality or the subtlety of the writing. It's all about blood and guts and tits. That's all it is. That's all it's about. That's what adult is, to Zack Snyder. It is 7 samurai in space against a force that can blast the planet from orbit. It is one of the dumbest movie premises that has ever existed. The entire plot cannot happen without everybody being absolutely idiotic. And apparently, like, the main villain likes to get his holes ravaged by tentacles, which, I mean, that's fine, but I don't know why you put it in the movie. We don't need to see that. Like, there's a reason. You can always do a Hades run. I might actually do that instead. Sounds very strange. It's fucking stupid. Wonder if he considers Berserk as something for adults? Probably. Like, I don't know much. Okay, so I can't actually talk about Berserk because I don't know anything about it. I literally know one thing about it, and that's that the main character's best friend, like, rapes his girlfriend or something. That's literally all I know about that anime / manga. That's all I know. Which is edgy as fuck. And I'm not entirely okay with that. But yeah, like, this kind of stuff does not need to be in your movie. Like, I'm not somebody who's super into, like, oh, it's sex for sex sake in movies anyway, because, like, a lot of the times it's just gratuitous and it doesn't need to be there. Now, if it's to deepen a romantic connection between two characters, or if it goes into and it actually does describe aspects of those characters, then that's one thing. But if it's just there because tits, that's fucking stupid and cut it. Like, just get rid of it. It doesn't need to be there. Like, there's a reason that not a single one of you can say anything about my sexual history, because I don't talk about it, because it's, quite frankly, nobody's business but mine. Like, I don't need to talk about that because it ain't none of y'all's business. So if it's not something that needs to be talked about between people, why is it something that needs to be in a movie? I don't need to know that this guy gets off on 10. Whatever. I'm just gonna close it. We're just not gonna do that. We're just not gonna do that. We're just gonna close that. We are going to. Oh, wrong button. All right, we're gonna kill this. I think I will. I haven't played Hades in a while, but I think we might play some Hades if I have it installed. I might not even have it installed anymore because it's been so long. Yeah, I don't have it installed. So it should tell Igor that. Guess I should just ignore that movie. I mean, the movie. All right. I'm gonna do a thing. So I have clips from this movie. And this is a video idea that I've been throwing around in my head for a while. One of the reasons that I haven't done it is because I just don't have time. Another reason is because it's entirely different from all of my other content, because it has absolutely no gameplay in it. It has nothing to do with video games. It would be entirely me just talking about story and writing and stuff like that. Never watched it. I would not recommend it. Don't watch these movies. They're bad movies. The only reason that I watched them is because I wanted to clown on them on the stream. I wanted to be able to talk about these movies on stream. So I watched them. But here's what we're going to do. I have downloaded a couple of streams, or a couple of clips from Rebel Moon and a very, very short clip from Arcane. A very, very short clip from Arcane. So we're going to start with the Arcane clip because I want to, because it's actually something that's good. I'm going to mute it because the sound actually does not matter. And I'm going to skip to a certain part of it. Where are you? By the way, Arcane's really good. Watch it. When do we watch Arcane on the Movie Time channel? Ooh, that would be a good time. Arcane's a little bit longer. The classic Arcane clip, the Potter. I know this is like the third or fourth time that I've shown it on stream. So I've skipped past it. The problem is that it's like a fucking 2-second clip. Ah, here it is. Okay. So, if you have not seen Arcane, this is like in the first 15 minutes of the first episode. This is like the inciting incident of the entire show. These 4 kids This is Vi. This is Powder. This guy right here that you can only see his crotch, that is Milo. And then back here is Clagger. These are the 4 kids. They are from the Undercity. And they are not great in terms of wealth and health and all that stuff. The Undercity kind of gets the shit end of the stick, right? Not having a good time. So they go up to why can I not think of the city name? No, most of the building the AT-AT streams was me bitching and moaning about The Force Awakens. Piltover. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. I kept thinking Pytax, and I'm like, no, that's from Kingmaker. I knew it started with a P, but it just refused to enter my brain. Thank you. Thank you. Piltover. So they go up and they steal some stuff from Piltover, and in doing so, they inadvertently cause an explosion because of some unstable crystal that they find. By the way, Powder has like 6 of those in her bag right now. Now, this clip that I'm going to show you will tell you more about these 4 kids than anything that you see in Rebel Moon, period. All right? And it's like 2 to 5 seconds. All right, so they're running. They're being chased by the guards. All right. That's it. That's all it is. Them going down the stairs. All right, so we're going to go back again. That went 10 seconds. Oh, shit. Sorry. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. All right. I've been sitting here talking about it. You know, okay, so again. Oh, God. VLC, please. Now, watch how each of the 4 kids goes down this fucking staircase. Watch how they do it. All right. Vi jumps. Milo slides down the banister. Look at how Powder's going down. She's like very unsure of herself. And then Clagger, he just runs down the steps. Now, that is a 2 to 3 second aspect, like portion of this chase scene. And I absolutely love it. It's one of my it was like, even in my first viewing, I noticed that. And it tells you a lot about their characters without you even realizing it. And then those aspects of those characters are reinforced throughout the next few episodes. So Vi just jumps straight down the steps, right? Just fucking leaps down. Milo slides down the banister. So we'll just talk about those 2 first. So jumping down the steps is entirely unnecessary, right? She doesn't gain any time by doing so. And it's a bit reckless because if she lands badly, she's going to, you know, twist an ankle. If there's somebody there, she could just jump onto them because she doesn't really have a good line of sight down those steps until she gets to the top of the steps. So it's reckless. It's reckless how she just leaps down those steps. Because a lot of things, it's very high risk, low reward. Very high risk, low reward action, but she chooses to do it. Which is something that it shows her nature, and that is reinforced later on. She is a reckless character at this point. She does things not really without thinking, but she doesn't consider all of the consequences of her, all the potential consequences of her actions, right? And that comes back to bite her in the ass a few times. Milo slides down the banister. Again, very high risk, low reward. And it's a bit showy. It's a bit show off, which is something that is reinforced later. He says shit that he doesn't need to say to make himself and his friends appear more accomplished and like bigger than they actually are, right? Like he brags about stuff, he talks down to people that he thinks like he talks shit on Powder a lot because he thinks that she's dragging them down, that she's not carrying her weight. He's not a considerate person, and he's kind of egocentric, and he likes to, her quote when you pick her in game is punch first, ask questions while punching. That makes sense. See, like I've never really played League. I have like maybe 15 to 20 hours in League period ever, right? I don't know shit all about League lore. I don't know how this fits in with League lore, whether it fits in well or not. That aspect doesn't actually matter to me. But what does matter is that it's really well written and very well animated. Like the animators fucking deserve an award for what they did in this show. But yeah, just those two. You get a lot of character in just the way they go down these steps. And then with Powder, let's go back just a little bit. Look at how she's going down these steps. And then contrast that with how Clagger does. Like, look how he's approaching these steps, full on charging through, whereas she is very unsure of herself. She's being very careful right now with how she moves, because she's not as experienced as the rest of these three. She's the youngest. She's the least experienced. She's not that physically capable and not really sure of what she is capable, even in that aspect. Like, and the way that she's going down these steps shows all of that. You know, she just, hi kitten. And then as soon as she gets down the steps, she goes straight back into the sprinting, right? She's leaning forward now where she was leaning back before. She's got her arms out and she's, you know, pumping her arms, whereas before they were back, you know, trying to help her keep her balance a bit. And you don't really see Clagger that much when he's going down the steps, but he's the only motherfucker that goes down the steps like a normal human being. Out of the four, Clagger's the only one that runs down the steps like a person who needs to run down steps would. The rest of them are doing all this fucking weird shit, like, you know, like sliding down the banister, jumping the steps entirely. Like Powder and Clagger, I think, are the most normal way to go down those steps. And yeah, Clagger is a very, I'm just gonna get the job done kind of character. He doesn't talk a whole lot. When he does talk, it tends to be, you know, fairly to the point, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I've watched Arcane, and I do actually want to rewatch it. Steps are a challenge for someone who doesn't exercise. Steps are, I mean, like, running down steps is... Hell, I'd probably be like Powder if I were trying to run down steps. Because that is, like, one of the fastest ways to fucking face plant into concrete is running down a stairway. Yeah, I can't run down. Yeah, it's hard. It's a lot harder than people who have never tried it expect. Because it's something that you don't do. It's not something that people are practiced at. Especially at stairs you've never been on. Yeah, because like each set of stairs, like a lot of them are standardized. Like it's usually like 1 foot by 1 foot, the steps in America, at least. I don't know if it's different in other countries, but at least in my area, it's usually like 1 foot wide, 1 foot down, 1 foot wide, 1 foot down. That's usually how it is. I'm gonna just get caught. I mean, like, but like that's the thing. Another aspect of this chase scene shows like the skill and ability of the people chasing them as well. And then that again is reinforced later on in the show. The people chasing them are kind of not great at their job. The enforcers are not great at catching these kids. They have multiple opportunities because they have bolas. If you don't know what a bola is, it's basically like multiple, it's basically a rope with weighted objects on each end that you sling to tangle up, that you throw at people to tangle up their legs and catch them. It's a people catcher kind of thing. And they throw multiples of them at the kids and they miss every time. But that's kind of explained by it having been a very peaceful time with not a lot of crime that these guys have ever had to deal with. Like, a lot of their job is them just standing around not doing anything. So they're not used to having to do this stuff. They're not used to actually having to chase people. They have Stormtrooper aim, kind of, but it's actually well explained in this, whereas in a lot of Star Wars, it's just they're all shit because the main characters can't die. Like, the only time that the Stormtrooper's bad aim is explained in the entire series is in A New Hope, because they're actively trying not to kill them, right? They have orders from Vader and Tarkin to not kill Luke and Leia and them, because they want to track them back to the Rebel base. Whereas in the rest of the series, when they're fucking missing all the time, it's just ineptitude, which is not good. So yeah, there's a lot in this scene, and obviously I skipped to this part and I'm not showing the entire stream, or the entire scene, because copyright again, and B, because I wanted to focus specifically on this. So the other scene, as you can see, the way that I got this is I just watched the things and then I just screen capped it on OBS. I don't care about all of this stuff. Ah, here it is. Okay, now this scene right here, I wanna explain the setup to this scene. So, main character lady has infiltrated the enemy spaceship. They are trying to blow it up from the inside by taking out the power structure. And she is in this elevator, but she's currently hidden in the dumbest way possible. These guys are trying to kill her. There are 8 people here. 7 of them have guns. Okay, keep that in mind. 7 of the 8 people in this selection have guns. While we go through this, keep in mind that 7 of the 8 people that are trying to kill her have guns. All right, now that we're clear, we're going to watch this a little bit at a time. All right, now, oh man, where's she at? Oh my god, I can't see her. Now, she swings down from the top, which I don't know what she was hanging on to keep herself up there, but okay. Maybe she was like, maybe she's part Spider-Man. I don't know. So she swings down and she kicks this guy. Now, she is not a large person. She is not a large person. I'm gonna try to well, we could actually just watch it and just, yeah, see how small, like, now she kicks one guy. Now, as small a person as she is not going to be able to kick with that much force. She doesn't have like her feet planted. Obviously, she planted her feet in his chest. She doesn't have basically any leverage whatsoever. She might be able, I can believe that she would knock the first guy off. This is the fucking domino scene. Yes, this is the fucking stupid domino scene. I can believe that she would knock the first guy off balance. He would fall back into the second guy, who would be shaken. Like he would be like, and then he would stabilize the first person, and then they would shoot her dead. That is how that actually happens. Now, also, this is sci-fi, so you have to ask the question, is she like a super soldier? Has she had any augmentations? Is she part cyborg? What's going on here? No. It explicitly states in the first movie that she is not augmented. Which means that there are augmented people, but she is not one of them. She is vanilla human. And she weighs like 90 pounds. But she kicks this first guy. The most I can believe is 2 people fall. That maybe. But like, these are also soldiers who are trained combat veterans, because it is shown that the fucking Imperium in this universe is very, very bloodthirsty and war hungry. They fight all the fucking time. So these are people that are not untrained, untested recruits. These are battle-hardened veterans. This is what you wanted to see? No! No, it's not. This is fucking stupid. This is dumb, and I hate it. But this isn't even the worst part, all right? So she kicks this guy and somehow makes 8 people fall over. Fucking fine, whatever. Oh, man, look at them stumble back. Look at them fucking stumble back. Yeah, that's the person that did all that right now. This is the size of the person that was able to impart that much force on those people. Pulls out her gun. First guy, the guy that got knocked the fuck over, is back on his feet in a half second and has his sword drawn. Back on his feet. Oh, this is no longer Arcane. This is Rebel Moon. This is contrasting Rebel Moon and its shittiness to Arcane and its ability to tell so much in such a short, just a couple seconds. All right, so he has his lightsaber pulled out. Rebel Moon, it's a shitty Zack Snyder straight to Netflix movie series that should never have been made. Kathleen Kennedy said that this script was too shit to put into Disney Star Wars. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Kathleen Kennedy and Disney Star Wars rejected these scripts because they were too shitty. These are the people that made The Acolyte and Obi-Wan Kenobi and all of the other shitty Star Wars shows and movies. They turned this down. All right. So he teleports from being on his ass to being upright again, and also has his weapon ready and able to block a blaster shot. Do you see these 3 men that recovered that have automatic rifles in their hands? Do you see them running towards her and not shooting her, just so that she could shoot them? Do you see all of these peoples that are still have guns in their hands and are running into melee range of the person who also has a gun in her hand? By the way, that's all 7 of the people with guns dead. Now, here's another question for you guys. How many shots did they take on the main character? How many times did they shoot at the main character in that entire couple second sequence? Let's watch. 0, 0, 0. Still no shots taken. Still no shots taken. Still no shots taken. And they're all dead. Not a single fucking round was fired at the main character. And every single one of these battle-hardened, experienced soldiers... But it looks cool, duh. Fuck you and fuck that. No, it doesn't. It looks fucking stupid. Everybody is brain dead. Nobody has any cognitive ability or instincts for self-preservation whatsoever. They all just run in to die. I'm a hater? Yes. Yes, I am. I fucking despise Zack Snyder and all of his works. They are all bad. He has never made a good movie. The closest is either Watchmen or 300. And I didn't even like Watchmen when it first came out. Is this or Rings of Power better? I have never seen Rings of Power. I've never actually watched that series, so I can't say. I've watched coverage of that series. I've watched a lot of people shit on that series, but I have not watched it myself. So I cannot say for sure. But I would honestly say that this is probably worse, because this is legitimately the worst that I have ever seen myself. I have never seen movies that just refuse to work more than Rebel Moon. This is a series where the first 2 movies are based around the premise of we need to protect this village from the Imperium, who, by the way, this ship that she's in right now is currently in orbit over the fucking village that she's protecting. This ship can glass planets with its artillery strikes. This ship, to quote Random Film Talk, these aren't, oh fuck, how did he actually put it? These aren't small scale tactical nukes we're talking about. This is a big dick planet destroying laser. I believe that's the terminology that he used when he's describing this ship and its destructive capability. When you have that much power, you can't Seven Samurai this shit. They have to deal with this, and their plan is we're going to recruit 6 individuals to bring back with us to fight against the entire fucking spaceship. So cool, much wow, yeah. Actually, okay, I'm gonna actually kill this. Because I feel like I'm yelling a lot. God, YouTube stop eating. Oh my god, really? It did? Fucking hell. I hate that so much. I'm gonna have to change the fucking title for this stream. Finishing Exeggutor and also Zubat and also bitching about Rebel Moon again. So yeah, let's finish watching the last little bit of this particular scene. So yeah, she kills those last 2. Oh, I'm sorry. There was one more guy back here who just also didn't shoot. And then, like, I think he, like, slices her gun in half. Which is fine. It's a fucking light. It's definitely not a lightsaber, guy. It's definitely not a lightsaber. By the way, these swords are designed in such a way that you can't wield them without fucking, like, specific gloves or something. Because it superheats the fucking handle. Not a lightsaber? Yeah, it's not a lightsaber, guys. It's definitely not a lightsaber. So I'm actually gonna go back a little bit because I actually do want to see what happens to her gun. I'm gonna be a little bit pause heavy because I don't want to get this fucking copyrighted. Okay, so she still has the gun. She shoots the guy that's... Oh, he just slaps it out of her hand. You're telling me that the way that they get rid of the gun in this scene so that she just doesn't slap it, or she just doesn't shoot him, just have given them enemies all swords or stun batons would make that scene kind of more realistic. I mean, a little bit, but even then, at that point, the critique of that would be, why do these guys all have melee weapons? This is a fully equipped army. Why don't they have guns? Like, it would just change the complaint, and it would still be just as valid. The fight scene would make more sense in a vacuum, but as soon as you start taking into consideration the other like the related elements around it, it would immediately fall apart because they don't want to damage their own ship. I mean, like, maybe, but they would also have to, you know, show that, which they don't. I'm also pretty sure that they shot in the ship before this point as well. I'm trying to remember. It's been too long since I've actually seen anything except for this clip and the other clip that I have of the first movie. Which, by the way, the choreography in that scene is just as fucking stupid. But yeah, so, by the way, this very, very badass fighter woman lady person, this guy very lightly taps her gun with his hand and she just fucking drops it. Like, all right, there it goes. It's gone. By the way, it was going behind her. Did you see that in the cut? Wait, watch this in the cut. Wait. Watch this. Hold up. That's funny. Okay, so she's going to shoot him, right? She's pulling it around. Can I, like, go down to speed? Is there, like, a speed thing? Video? Speed. All right, good. Slower. Okay. It goes behind her. Watch where it lands. It goes behind her. Watch where it lands. It lands there. Did you see that? Wait, I just noticed this. It teleports the gun. So gun, it's behind her. And then it's there now. It's back this way now. It's going behind her and then it comes back up. What the fuck? How does that even happen? Yeah. Yeah, it just changes direction between cuts. Because the gun has to be behind him or the rest of this doesn't work. Because she could just pick it up again. But they didn't make it so that it does. What was the budget for this movie? I want to know what how much did they fucking charge? Rebel Moon Part 2 budget. $166 million. Wait. Shared with part 1. Okay, so I'm sorry. $83 million for this movie. Yeah. Like, not wanting to damage their own ship with the blaster fire, that would actually make sense. Yeah. No. Like, that's why, like, I was about to start bitching about that, and then I stopped, because yeah, that would actually fit. That would actually make some sense. But then they would have to, then that would go back to what you were saying before, or what somebody was saying before. I don't know who was it that was saying that. Yeah, that would go back to what Matt was saying before, where they would have melee weapons instead of the guns. If they don't want them to be damaging the ship, and that's why they're not shooting guns, then they shouldn't have guns. But yeah, so they just, you know, they broke the laws of physics here. The gun was flying behind her, but then because they needed it to not be behind her. This is the leader of the group, not have his own PP. No, he's the boss fight, so he has a sword. He's the boss fight, so he has a sword. And also, did you see where he just stabbed? He wasn't even aiming at her. He wasn't even aiming at her when he stabbed just now. Wait, watch where she's at. Watch where he stabs. Like, she doesn't dodge it. He just doesn't adjust his stab for where his enemy actually is. He's just like, so there's like a, I've heard of this before. There's like a hyper super insanely rare mental disorder where it's basically like you see like a PowerPoint slideshow. You don't see movement that well. It's like you see like your brain actually works at a lower frame rate kind of thing. I had to type that comment 5 different ways for YouTube to be like, okay, that's acceptable language. Now I get, oh my god. See, like, I have it so that I've tried so many different variations of YouTube fucking like comment moderation. I have it turned off. I have YouTube comment moderation turned off. But apparently that doesn't work in live chat. Yeah, moderation activity is currently off entirely. So stupid. So yeah, I guess that's what this guy has, by the way. Going back to what I was saying before, he doesn't see movement. That's why he was caught off guard from the kick, and why he was so flattened by it is because he just didn't see her coming. And that's why, you know, his swings are always like way off, is because he sees in 3 frames per second. That's what's happening here. Also, VLC doing VLC things where it's just like, I'm going to fucking mangle the visuals. Oh, and by the way, the entire time that she's doing that takedown, he doesn't do anything at all to try and stab her and kill her with his fucking sword. And then he just lets go of it. He just lets her take his sword. Like, watch what happens here. It's in his fucking hand, and she just grabs it from his hand, and he just lets go. By the way, this should immediately be burning her hand, but it doesn't affect her until after she stabs him. Like, watch. She's perfectly fine, perfectly fine, pulls it out. Oh my god, it hurts! He's playing with input delay. Yeah, he's got like a 1.6 fucking second ping. Like, what the fuck, guys? Like, that's like a good 2 seconds or 3 seconds. And by the way, as somebody who's grabbed something that is insanely hot and burns your hand, I've done that before. You don't have a delayed reaction to that. That is fucking instant and insanely painful. And it will blister your fucking hands depending on how hot it is. It can make your hand fucking useless. I did that when I was working at Pizza Hut, actually. So we had story time, Pizza Hut story time. We had a bunch of different schools that were in our delivery area that would order a bunch of pizzas for their school for their lunches. And while we were doing that, some of those were like upwards of 100 to 150 pizzas. We did not have enough pizza pans to be able to do all of that. So we would have a fucking, it was basically a trash can that we filled full of water. Like, it was washed out, obviously. We would fill it full of water, and then we would just dunk the fucking pans in the water to cool them off quickly so that we could reuse them and put them straight back through the oven. And one day, while we were doing that, the guy who was putting pans... Drop it instantly, not after you finish the attack. Exactly. The guy who was putting the pans onto the cart to be used accidentally put a pan that hadn't been put through the cooling water. So it was 400 degrees, something like that. And I just fucking grabbed it and pulled it off and immediately dropped it as soon as I touched it. Like, I had enough time between touching and releasing to start the movement, and the pan ended up on the ground. But it was basically instant. It was like a quarter of a second between touch and release, if not less. Not, how long does she have it? So we're at 5:36. Grabs it, 37, 38, 39. 3 full seconds before she reacts to the burn. Now, here's another thing about burns on the palms of your hand. They can be pretty damn debilitating. I don't know if any of you have ever been burned. It's fucking painful. It's fucking really painful, especially if it's on your hand that you use all the time. Everything burns once you burn your hand. Everything just burns. Every time you touch anything, it feels like you're touching the thing that burned you. Again, it's horrific. It's one of the worst things. There's a reason that people say that burning alive is one of the worst ways to die, if not the worst way to die. It is because it is one of the horrific pains that you can have. She would also be basically unable to use that hand. Playing an emulator at 4 times speed using a shitty controller? Kind of, yeah. Like, the absolute lack of attention to detail, the lack of attention to the laws of physics, the lack of any kind of thought process beyond, well, this looks kind of cool in this entire scene. Like I said, there is more character development in that 2 to 3 seconds of Arcane. Krypton, Superman? No, it's fine, don't worry about it. No, Zack Snyder, he doesn't just steal shit from other fucking... No, he doesn't, no, he doesn't, No, he is entirely... He's, no, he's an original... He's a visionary! He's the visionary. Also, I think Kryptean is actually like a Greek or a Roman thing. Let me actually just look it up real quick. Kryptean. Is it? Yeah, I think Krypteo's Sparta. The Krypteo was an element of Sparta's state child rearing system for upper class males. Oh hell, yeah, that would be rough. Yeah, that would be bad. Which honestly, that might be where Krypton came from. So they might have the same root, but I would be. I believe that Zack Snyder is more likely referencing the Spartan aspect than Krypton, because Zack Snyder does have a bit of an obsession with Sparta and Greece. But it could also just be it's Superman. Yeah, he steals pretty blatantly from Warhammer in this, Star Wars. Seven Samurai, obviously. Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings. There's a oh fuck, what is it? The Ride of the Haradrim or the Charge of the March of the Haradrim, Ride of the Haradrim. Basically, where the big elephant men, where they fucking show up in Return of the King. He's got something like that in here, but it makes absolutely no fucking sense. Basically, the good guys get to round 2 of the fucking they get to wave 2 of the Horde assault. That's what happens in this movie. Whereas in the Lord of the Rings, it's just like, well, a different army showed up at this point. Like these are not part of the same group of people. I hate these movies. I hate these movies. They're really bad, and they deserve scorn and derision. And the fact that Zack Snyder and fucking Netflix are attempting to double dip by making a director's cut, quote unquote, of these fucking movies. I would like to remind everybody that Zack Snyder didn't have limitations when he made the first cut of the movie. He didn't have limitations. There's no reason for a director's cut because the first set should have just been the fucking director's cut. Love your shirt. Thank you. I just got this last week. I think that this art style for Mario and Luigi is like my favorite Mario and Luigi. 2004 movie? Maybe. I don't know. I think I've seen Dawn of the Dead, but it's been fucking... It's probably been since 2004. So I don't remember shit all about it. Hi. You gonna jump over? Hello again, kitten. I noticed John just like staring at me like, hey, I want snugs. I want to be on the lap. Yeah, I think the like Super Nintendo art book, like manual art style for Mario is like my favorite. Like the Super Mario World art style for him. So good. So fucking nostalgic. I want to find a shirt that has like the Koopalings and Bowser. Because like at the end, once you're going through the credits and everything, it shows all of the different enemies and stuff. I want to have a shirt that has the circle of the Koopalings with Bowser in the middle. I want that so bad. I've looked for it a couple of times and I haven't been able to find one, but I want it so fucking bad. As soon as I find one, I'm buying it immediately. Well, once I can afford it anyway. But yeah, so Rebel Moon is pretty shit. And that's like, by the way, all we've talked about so far about Rebel Moon and the reasons that it's bad is just the action. The action doesn't make any sense, which is like what the whole thing is based around. If you start paying attention to the story, it breaks so much more. Like, I've mentioned a couple of things about the story, like the fucking planet glassing laser beams not being used. By the way, they try to explain why they're not fucking just blowing the village up from orbit. It's because the village has grain that they claim to need. By the way, this is the same ship that has fucking wormhole technology to get back to where they need to go. They can just go back to the homeworld with a wormhole and resupply and come back. Not entirely sure why they need the grain from this village of 50 people, but they really need it, and that's why they're not just blowing them up from space. Doesn't make any sense, but fuck it, I guess. Fuck. I hate these movies. These movies are really bad. Movies are really, really bad. Oh, hey, let's pull up the last clip, huh? Let's do that one. So yeah, the barn fight scene. This is the first action scene that Little Miss Badass here engages in. All right, so setup for this scene. This guy is a Goodman. He's part of the same unit of all of these guys. Every other person in his unit is evil, like actually evil without any kind of fucking, they're crazy rapists. That's what, like, that's the long and short of it. They've grabbed one of the village girls and they plan to just, you know, they plan to plow her fields for once. It's disgusting. It's morally reprehensible, and that's the reason that they do it, is because they need a fight scene. And they need the bad guys to be morally reprehensible and basically just to the point where, you know, you don't care if they all die. Speaking about A Bug's Life. That's actually, so going back to what I was to Random Film Talk again, he actually makes that comparison in his review of these movies. By the way, I would highly recommend checking out Random Film Talk. He's really funny and he's really good at what he does. He's currently the project that he's currently working on is comparing the theatrical versions of the Lord of the Rings with the extended versions and saying which is better. He's gone through the first two movies. He hasn't yet released episode for Return of the King yet, but he's going through that. And he's also doing but he's done Rebel Moon, he's done Rings of Power, he's done the Hobbit movies. And he's done 2 parts out of a 3-part series on why he loves Arcane, which I also obviously agree with. Okay, so we're getting there. Ow, fucking claws in my flesh, kitten. So yeah, here's the bad guys. They beat up the good guy because he was 1 on like 8. So yeah, see? Oh man, they're just fucking evil people that just love to rape and pillage and murder. And this is the commander. And at first, it's like, oh man, he's gonna be the guy who's the voice of reason. See, you're not gonna do anything. And then he's like, I get first dibs on the girl. Yeah, see. So they're all evil. They all deserve to die. There's absolutely no nuance here. There's no, yeah. So we're just gonna skip past all of that grossness. And then she shows up. Oh man. All right. So here's the actual start of the fight scene. And actually we're going to go back to playback. We're going to put him back on normal speed because Zack Snyder does not need any help in slowing down his action scenes. He's very capable of slowing down all of the action himself. We're going to see that in this scene. We kind of saw it in the last one too. I didn't really talk about the slow-mo in that one because the scene is fairly quick, but hi kitten. All right, let's get started. So we got guy 1 coming up to him with a gun, right? Guy 2 also walking up with a gun, telling her to hand over the axe, and she's just standing there like, oh man, why did I do that? Well, oh my god, I'm conflicted, I am confused. I might just let them, you know, do what they're doing. And then there's Sammy, super sweet. There's the Goodman, the only Goodman in the entire unit. He's holding his assault rifle with one hand because that's how a trained soldier holds an assault rifle. You definitely don't want to have your second hand up here for, you know, stability. You also don't want it to be pushed against your shoulder for stability. No, you want to have it slightly off of your shoulder so that when you fire the weapon, it fucking kicks back and it fucking dislocates your shoulder. That's what you actually want. That's what you actually want. You actually want it just close enough so that if you were to pull this trigger, it would kick back and it would dislocate your shoulder. That's what you really want. So, oh man, she's got a gun pointed directly at her fucking face. He wants to destroy his jaw? Yeah. By the way, second gunman here, he's just standing there for moral support. He doesn't have his gun on her or anything like that. And then, oh man, she's like super strong. She can not only prevent this guy who's a lot bigger than she is, and a lot, you know, he's got a lot more bodily mass, leverage, and ability to engage muscles that he has that she does not, to pull the fucking axe out of her hand. He also has his finger on the trigger. But instead of doing literally anything, he just doesn't pull the axe out of her hand, doesn't pull the trigger, and he lets her fucking cut his throat with the axe. Guy number 2 here never once puts his gun up to shoot her. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Because that would have saved his life if he had shot her. Badman Commander Man. Badman Commander Man takes Sam as hostage, aims the gun at the good guy, and then never does anything. So she shoots, misses twice because she doesn't realize that she has to aim the gun at the enemies. These are not, you know, just Badman seeking rounds. She actually has to aim the gun at the people. And then we have this guy who runs up and punches her and cannot pull the gun from her. So she is able to not only overpower this guy and knock him the fuck out, but oh man, look at that. This guy was able, okay, so he was able to actually get the gun from her and knock her down. And the entire time that she is knocked down, he does not aim the gun at her. There's no aimbot, right? Oh man, I thought I had my wall hacks turned on. I thought I had my aimbot turned on for this. Oh shit, I've made a mistake. So yeah. He should be dead right now. He should be currently pulling the trigger and putting a bullet in her fucking head. Or, I'm sorry, it's not a bullet. It's also not a laser. It's fucking melted, like, metal. Basically, what they do, they say this in the behind the scenes or something like that. What happens is the guns shave off. There's like a block of metal inside the guns, and that's like the clip, like the magazine. That's the ammunition. And it shaves off a portion of that metal block, and then it superheats it into a molten state and then launches it out. So that's what it does. So yeah, and the entire time, did he actually even have it aimed at her after all that? Let's just go back. Yeah, he had it aimed at her, and he just hadn't pulled the trigger because fucking reasons. So she pulls out the pocket sand, and it's fortunate that this building that seems to be some kind of barn is just, you know, there's just sand all over the floor. It's not, you know, wood flooring, it's not anything else, it's literal just sand. So fortunate for her that that happens. We have our first shot taken at the protagonist right now. So by the way, she also just steals his knife. He's not doing anything right now. By the way, I understand that if you have sand thrown in your eyes, that's going to be incredibly distracting. But if you feel somebody pulling the fucking knife out of your fucking belt, which he's going to feel that, I feel like your immediate reaction is to, like, elbow back and get the fuck away from them. Rolling only once, I guess. But yeah, he does literally nothing to save his own life at this point. He's just like he was a CRPG character. He had the stunned status. He was just stunned because she hit him with a dirty trick. That's what happened. This guy doesn't know how guns work, so he's running up to stab her with the gun. Has it aimed down. What the fuck was that? Wait. Okay, we're gonna go back a little bit further, because I want to see exactly where he's at when we cut to this. Okay, so we don't see him. So he comes around this side, right? He should. So, all right. I have never been in the military, but I've seen enough military operations to know how you would come around this fucking beam. She used sand attack, yeah. Sand attack caused him to flinch, though. It wasn't the lowered accuracy. Sand attack caused him to flinch. That's why he didn't do anything for the next round, and she was able to get a free attack off. So what you would do, as you come around this, you would have the gun up, and you would come around, and it would already be up and ready to shoot. You wouldn't have your gun fucking behind you as you come around the corner. This is not how you would come around this corner. Also, by the way, this guy right here has a fucking clear shot at her, and he's not taking it. And he has had multiple clear shots on her, and he will continue to have clear shots on her this entire time, and he just never shoots. Spoilers, this guy never pulls the trigger. So he comes up and shoots. Like, y'all remember in Looney Tunes? Y'all remember in Looney Tunes how it would be like Elmer Fudd, and he would just like, or somebody, you know, some inept hunter. It's usually Elmer Fudd, but it could be somebody else sometimes. Anytime somebody gets a gun and they shoot at somebody, especially if it's a machine gun, they will literally draw a line around the person that they're shooting at. That's what this guy just did. He was beginning that line, and then she interrupted him. By the way, these guys are just still fucking... I don't even know what the fuck they're doing. Because he's not really resisting. You saw he, like, wiggled a little bit, but he's not really resisting. But I was paying more attention to this. I actually was not paying attention to what was happening in the foreground. Okay, so she grabs his gun, pushes it up. There's no actual mark here from the knife slash that she just did. They just forgot to add that in. That's fine. By the way, she was able to easily overpower him and push his arm up without any actual... Are you using cartoon logic? Kind of. But, like, more idiotic and nonsensical than cartoon logic. Like, Looney Tunes would be embarrassed to have a fight like this. So she's able to overpower him one-armed, stab him under this, which that would probably hit the artery there, so he's probably dead, like, legitimately. Put her finger to cover the barrel. All right. So everybody else but these two are dead, I think, at this point. Oh, nope, sorry. Random dude with a fucking hatchet comes from behind. Don't know why he has a hatchet and not a gun. That's a face. That's an interesting face to be making when you have a fucking stab wound in your neck. I'm just gonna keep going. That's all right. Oh, this is my favorite part. This is my favorite part. This is my favorite part of this whole thing. Okay, so VLC is like fucking up real bad. That's why there's all this artifacting. VLC just does this. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So two guys come at her and fucking like power swing down at her with fucking weaponry. All right. And she blocks both of them and overpowers both of them. That's a thing that happens. So she catches both of them on her arms like this and is able to just dead stop. They hit and they stop. There is no follow through with these swings whatsoever. If there was any whatsoever, this hatchet would currently be buried in her skull. So she's dead again. By the way, and then she's able to completely take control of this guy's whole body to the point where she could use his gun to shoot his friend. He just doesn't try to stop that at all. He doesn't try to turn his wrist to prevent him from killing his friend at all. And then, like, what? All right, so wait, we're gonna go back to this. We're gonna go back to this part right here. All right. By the way, she could have shot this guy right there. Yes, this is the same person. This is the same person, Taco. She got her hair cut between this scene and in the second movie. She got her hair cut. It was very important and impactful to the story. Okay, so she currently has a gun. Oh, I'm sorry. I was actually incorrect. Also, look how she's fucking holding this gun. What the fuck? What the fuck? How did she get a shot off accurately enough to kill somebody holding the gun like that? How did the gun not fling out of her fucking hand because she's not actually holding the gun? She's like, what is this? What is this grip? Wait. Okay, so I will retract a prior criticism because she is not shooting him with his gun. This is the gun that she got from the guy who's dead down here. That was my mistake. But what is this grip on the gun? If you shoot a gun holding it like this, you're probably going to break a finger or two and the gun's going to fall out of your hand. Did she fucking shoot her arm? So he's just like on pause for now, I guess. He's like, oh man, that block, and she like moved my arm slightly. I am so unable to do anything right now. And he's like, oh man, she threw my arm to the side, so I guess I'm dead. That's basically what's happening here. By being a laser gun? Yeah, but it's not. Have no recoil? Yeah. Yeah, launching liquid metal out of the front end somehow. By the way, it doesn't actually tell you how it's propulsed. Like how it is launched. It just says that it, like, maybe it's spring loaded. Maybe they got these guns from Aperture Science and it's just like a spring in the gun is launching it. That's why there's not that much recoil, because it's just like launching it at like very low speeds. Never shot a gun, but I do know basic gun safety and like fucking the twig, and I can fight better. So I have shot guns. I've shot multiple different types of guns. If you were to shoot guns the way that these people are holding these guns, you would cause a lot of injury to yourself. The most kickback that I ever had from a gun was a shotgun that I shot once, and I shot it once, because I fucking hurt myself when I shot it. I didn't dislocate anything or anything like that, but I had a fucking gnarly bruise on my shoulder because I did not have it properly fucking planted. And I also was not prepared for how much kickback it had. Portal 2 repulsion gel, yeah, that's how it is. You could very severely hurt yourself by shooting a gun improperly. And these guys would all be like horrifically maimed by how they're holding these guns. Well, not maimed, but they would be hurting themselves consistently. So yeah, she shoots him. This guy's like, oh man, my status debuff, my dazed debuff has faded, and I am now able to act again. Oh no! And now he's just dead. Okay, wait. How the fuck? What were those movements? Okay, so he blocks her arm. Just cooling it with water could project it that way if it's hot enough with the steam expansion, but steam would be seen coming out of the barrel. I don't know. I don't know. The guns are stupid in these movies. Okay, so knife comes down, right? Arm comes up, blocks it. And then she forces his arm down. Where the fuck does she get the leverage to do that? I mean, if she swung his arm, like if she got her arm behind his and pulled it out and down, that would be one thing. But she just goes straight down with it. She has no leverage there. There's no fucking way that she would be able to do that. Especially considering how fucking tiny she is. Like, I'm not even talking about, like, the muscle mass required to do that right now. I'm just talking about leverage-wise. She would not be able, like, even if they were equal size, she would not be able to just, like, with ease, force his arm entirely out of the way straight down. Because that is the exact opposite direction that he is currently putting his energy and his fucking force. She cut his arm, I guess? I mean, there's the knife there, but it doesn't... But, like, also, this jacket looks thick as fuck. Like, I don't think, like, a light slash would be able to do it. She just pulls his arm all the way down. By the way, he could just, like, pull his arm to the side, and then her arm would slip straight through. And then he would, like, be able to fucking punch her in the head. And then she comes back up and she stabs him in the chest here. And then she fucking flips him that way, which... Sure, I guess. And then finally these two guys let go of Goodman guy and come to try and kill her. By the way, I would like to remind everybody once again, Badman Commander Man is back here with a gun pointed at her this entire time. He has a clean shot straight at her ass. He could just shoot her right in the ass right now. He had a clean shot whenever she was fucking doing the super flex and blocking both guys at once. cut everything because it has the power to turn whatever I cut into butter. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I was like, I just kind of skipped over the throw because it just looked really fucking weird, and I don't even know how to, like, my brain just refuses to comprehend it. By the way, right now, he has both arms pressing down on her, and she is able to match that with one of hers. Look at this motherfucker's arms. Look at how jacked this motherfucker is. Look at how tiny she is. There's no fucking way that strength v strength she wins. That just does not fucking happen. There's no way. And she actually overpowers him, pushes back, and is able to get her gun hand pointed in such a way that she can shoot him in the head. Okay, so he comes up. Wait, what the hell? Why did she do... Wait, okay, so what's happening here? So she goes to stab... Okay, so she stabs him in the foot. Okay. So she stabs him in the foot instead of, like, stabbing him in the chest, I guess, but whatever. So he whiffs because he just refuses to pay attention to what she's doing, and he does not adjust for her going down. But then he comes back, and he's like I said, fully pushing down on her, both hands, and he's just so incredibly weak that that tiny woman was able to push him off of her with one arm and shoot him in the face, despite the fact that he had 1000% of the leverage in that particular scenario. I'm sorry, but getting stabbed in the foot would not prevent you from that would not keep you from preventing this. You would still be able to push down with all of your... In fact, he would be better at pushing down on her because he's currently fucking pinned to the ground. He's just made of air, I guess. Yeah, he's just got inflatable muscles. And then finally this guy takes his gun off of Goodman. Goodman pulls the gun off of him and then just like... Again, this guy doesn't try to prevent that from happening. He just lets it happen. Like, let's watch that again. Let's watch that again. So, all right. So, he immediately fucking aims at her, knowing full well that this guy is against him, right? So what he should have done, like, let's be honest, these guys are evil. 1% person, 99% plastic. Maybe. So these guys are evil. They rapists, murderers. They have absolutely no compunction with killing people, tormenting people, just being dicks in general. So you're telling me this guy wouldn't shoot him in the head so that he doesn't have to worry about him and then shoot the girl? No. This guy's dead. Like, the instant this guy gets freaked out enough to do this, he's dead. He's got fucking molten metal going through that. Gun powers up. Like, don't worry about it. So let's watch this again. So he's got the gun behind his head. He would just shoot him in the head, drop him, and then that leaves him entirely free to deal with her. Instead, he's got him by the fucking arm, like this is going to do literally anything. Also, good face, my dude. And then he grabs it, pulls it, and then pushes it in. Like, I'm sorry, but that gun did not look like it was, that gun did not look like it was aimed at his chest. It looked like it was aimed across his chest. Like, there should be a burn line across his fucking clothing, and, like, it would scorch the fuck out of his tit, but it wouldn't kill him. That would not have gone into him. It would have hurt like a bitch, but this guy would not be dead with the way that that gun was angled. And then he comes out. Excuse me? What just happened? Well, that's an issue. All right, let's pull this back up, I guess. Oh, wrong thing. Wait. Okay, so back to this. Oh man, he's dead. Oh man, he's being fucking stupid. He's now dead. He comes out, he's like, oh man. Oh man, that was so rough. Oh my god. Are we gonna... Oh, it just like froze for a second. Okay, VLC froze for a second. By the way, this is like mini boss. This is like mini boss. So he comes out, right? He's been hiding here this entire time because he's a coward. Which I'm actually fine with. Zubat's still flapping away in the background. Yeah. Zubat jump scare, yeah. So he's a coward, which I'm actually fine with him being like, go, my minions, deal with this so that I don't have to, because I don't like fair fights. And only be coming out whenever he needs to. So he comes out shooting. He is already shooting. Which I'm also okay with him doing. He shoots, he gets the jump on her. And he doesn't hit her a single time. Yet she fucking snipes the gun out of his fucking hand. Like, I'm okay with him missing the first couple of shots because he's coming around the corner. He doesn't know exactly where she's at. But again, he is a soldier who has seen combat. And it is explicit that he has seen combat because it is explicit that the Imperium is always fighting. He should know how to quickly locate an enemy and take them out. Now, granted, she is also trained by the same people, by the way. She is trained by the same people that train these guys. Was it disarm maneuver? Yeah, she just rolled really high on her CMD. Or CMB. He's got like a CMD of like 12. So yeah, she was trained by the same guys that trained these guys, by the way. Was in the same army. She defected after by the way, oh yeah, by the way, this person who's such a badass and is great and is the protagonist and is so good and is great and awesome, she's an unapologetic child murderer. She shot a 10-year-old girl space Jesus in the fucking chest, and the only reason that she's mad, that she regrets it, is because it had negative repercussions for her. It's the only reason she regrets it. She was perfectly fine with shooting a child in the fucking chest. And the only reason she regrets it is because after doing that, she got thrown under the bus by the person that she trusted. By the way, the person that she trusted was the same person who slaughtered her family in front of her when she was a child, and then adopted her because she had a shitty gun and it didn't shoot when she pulled the trigger trying to kill him. So because she had the balls to try and shoot him, he adopted her instead of killing her. And that's the man that she shot 10-year-old Space Jesus in the chest for. And then he threw her under the bus, and that's the only regret that she has, is that she got thrown under the bus. She says specifically that she thought he would protect her from the consequences of that action. She is a horrific person, and she deserves to die. Probably. Oh yeah, I'm sure that she was part of subjugating entire planetary systems, like all kinds of crazy shit. She's a horrible person, and she deserves to die. She's a horrible, horrible person. She deserves to die. But she's the protagonist, and she's the good man, and oh my god, she's gonna save this poor girl from being gang raped. Rebel Moon worth it? Only if you want to laugh at how shit a movie can possibly be. By the way, she has a gun in her hand right now, and she's charging this guy. Because it looks cooler for her to do all of this than it is for her to just shoot the guy. She needs to straddle him first. That's the cool thing to do. She needs to run up to and then straddle him, and that's what she needs to do. So she shoots him in the head. And then, oh man, it's only Badman Commander Man. He's the only one left. And Never once takes a shot. This gun is never fired in this entire exchange. Never once does he take a shot. Threatens the girl. Oh man, it's a standoff because they can't get a clean shot on him. All right, now this is actually something that I like. I actually do like this part. Specifically, this is a robot. The backstory doesn't matter. No part of this matters except for how the robot shoots. Make a good movie about an evil person, you have to put that person against more evil persons. Yeah, you need... Alright, by the way, that flower fucking wreath, that was given to him by the girl that's being currently held hostage. No way people would root for the bad guy? Okay, so he picks up the gun. By the way, he's a pacifist robot now because he was fighting for Space Jesus. And since Space Jesus got assassinated by main character lady, which hasn't been revealed yet at this point in the movie. This doesn't get revealed until about halfway through movie 2, that she's a horrific child murderer. But yeah, ever since Space Jesus was killed, he's a pacifist robot. But he's like a total badass, guys, I swear. So he's holding the gun, and this is the part that I really like. The bad commander man is telling him to kill the 2 people. Because he's the commander, this guy is technically subordinate to him, and he's ordering the robot to do that. Yeah, see, I gave you an order. The way that he shoots, I fucking love. Because that is how a robot should be able to shoot. A robot should not need to have to look down the sights of a gun to be able to accurately shoot. He should be able to have enough control over his own body and be able to calculate the angles and all this other shit well enough to be able to accurately shoot while holding the gun this way. This part I actually really, really fucking like. I think this is really cool. It makes total sense. And I do appreciate this. This is like one of the only things in this entire pair of movies that I really like. Unfortunately, they ruin it later by having him just shoot like a normal fucking person. But right now, this right here is really fucking cool. Go Star Wars Hunter Killer Droid? Kind of, yeah. The only realistic part of the movie so far. Yeah, kind of. Like, I love this. I absolutely adore this. I like this a lot. I love it. I love it. I love it. Like I said, they ruin it later. By the way, this is literally the last time you see this robot in this movie, except for the very end where he shows back up wearing a cape and deer antlers for reasons at the end of the movie. Like, the movie ends on a shot of him wearing deer antlers and a cape. And it's like, what the fuck is this? What is it? Why are you making the robot go feral? What are you doing, movie? He's Staglord? I guess, yeah, kind of. But yeah, they made him go feral, kind of, but not really, because he comes back and he talks a couple of times in the second movie. And he also shows up in the second movie and fights and kills a whole bunch of people because he's a badass, guys, I swear. So yeah, that's Rebel Moon. That's the 2 action scenes from Rebel Moon. Yeah. What can you gain character-wise from these action scenes? Can you gain anything from the action scenes character-wise in these movies? Outside of, she's a total badass, despite the laws of physics saying that she should not be able to do the things that she's doing. Like, what do you get from these scenes? She's a capable fighter. Okay, good. Why is she so capable? Because she is. What? No. So she was a trained soldier by the Imperium. So were literally all of these corpses. Every single one of these corpses was trained by the Imperium. Well, like Sci-Fi God? It would be nice if they were to... It would be really nice if they were to put any of that in the movie. But, like, that's the thing. They have space gods in this. She blows one up in the second movie, by the way. Oh, by the way, that giant fucking planet-destroying fuck-off laser cannon gun ship, spaceship thing that can travel between galaxies and shit and open wormholes, it's powered by coal. I would like to make that clear. It's powered by coal, a fucking resource that we are trying to move away from because of how inefficient and pollution inducing it is. It is a horrifically inefficient fuel source, but they use it in their spaceship. That's another thing. Their spaceship is fueled by a combination of space gods and also coal. Director Scott will explain everything's better. He wasn't able to put that in the first version for yeah, he wasn't able to put that in the first version that he had complete and total control over and had no limitations on time or anything at all. But he's a fucking greedy cow, and he wants to be able to double dip on his movies because that's all he fucking knows. Oh man, the Snyder Cut, guys, it was a really good movie, wasn't it? Oh man, watching those guys walk up the stairs for 15 fucking minutes, watching that slow motion sesame seed fling itself 3D into the camera, watching fucking the Flash grab a hot dog out of the air and put it in his fucking pocket in hyper duper super slow motion. Watching this Flash reveal the fact that he has complete control over time travel without any consequences in that movie. Oh man, all of these are such good additions to the DC universe, isn't it? Isn't consequenceless time travel, isn't that such a good... I fucking hate Zack Snyder. I hate Zack Snyder. He's such a shitty filmmaker. Why does he keep getting movies? I don't get it. He drives me insane. The fact that he gave 166 million for this. Maybe just because people watch them? Well, like, that's the thing. Like, they're not... I don't even know. I don't know. 160... Okay, so 166 million, right? Now, it didn't go to the box office. So there's no box office return. There's no actual, like, viewership numbers for these movies. Because Netflix doesn't release that shit. Because they knew that if they released their fucking viewership numbers, that, it would make people very aware of how shitty a lot of their stuff is. And how much nobody watches them, right? Now, he claimed that he got, like, 300,000 viewers on this. But again, that's not entirely an accurate number. Because we don't know if that's people that watched all the way through. If it's people that just, like, started watching and then stopped after this shitty scene or something. If that's, you know, if the fucking menu screen, like, you know how on Netflix it'll, like, start playing a demo of the fucking film, does that count as a view? We don't know, because Netflix doesn't fucking like to explain themselves. We have no idea what a view means in terms of Netflix. But, like, if it's 166 million, how much viewership would be required on Netflix to make enough of a profit, or to make enough money to not only cost that, to cover that $166 million, but also to cover the marketing budget, which I don't know how much the marketing budget was for this movie. Well, let's see if I can't find out. Rebel Moon marketing budget. I can't really find it. Speaking of Netflix, new season of Dragon Prince came out. It's so good. Is it? I actually don't know what Dragon Prince even is. Rebel Moon's budget explained. So it was 166 to make. That's the production budget. That's not the marketing budget. Marketing budget would be more. Well, not more than 166 million, but it means that 166 million is not how much they need to make back to be profitable, right? It is going to be higher. Screen rant, you fucking shitty fucking assholes. Unfortunately, Rebel Moon's reviews haven't been kind to either part. Yeah, deservedly so. Typically have a chance of attaining viewership numbers even if they aren't critically acclaimed, as the process of selecting a movie on streaming is much less specific than for... Yeah, but that doesn't... But, like... That doesn't matter. You're not making as much money off of a click on Netflix than you are from a ticket from a movie theater. So, like, I don't think that just because a lot of people watch this, I very seriously doubt that it made its money back. I would be absolutely astonished if these two movies made $166 million back for Netflix. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. And he's making a fucking director's cut, man. He's making a director's cut of this shit. He's making a director's cut of this shit. I hate it. I hate it so fucking much. All right, I'm gonna read. Okay, before I go, because I am gonna have to go because it is after 9 o'clock at this point. I'm gonna rename the stream title. Finishing Exeggutor and Zubat. Finishing the Exeggutor and Zubat runs, then comparing Arcane and Rebel Moon. Well, let's not say comparing, contrasting Arcane and Rebel Moon. And Rebel Moon. There we go. All right. YouTube title has been changed. Tried to watch it. Wait, tried to watch what? How do streaming services even account for money back? Is it how many new subs they think a show brought in, or just total subs? Because that, what does views even do? That's the thing. They don't tell you. Rebel Moon. Oh, do not subject yourself to Rebel Moon. Do not do it. Do not subject yourself to this movie. Please. Please, 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 please. Do not do that to yourself. It is really, really bad. I can't go into any more detail. I don't have time. I don't have time. Okay. Tomorrow. No stream tomorrow because it's Thursday. I'm off, right? Always. As usual. Friday, we're going to be doing more Kingmaker Unfair speedrunning. The new goal is 2 hours and 15 minutes. We broke the 2.5 hour mark last week, and now it's 2 hours and 15 minutes, which is the new goal, which I think is very, very doable. We lost 5+ minutes multiple times last week, sometimes due to RNG, sometimes due to me being terrible, but yeah, we lost many minutes last week. And then on Saturday, we're going to be doing a very difficult build, I think. I think it's going to be a really difficult one to accurately represent the character. We're going to be building Mary from the Fellowship of the Ring. I guess just from Lord of the Rings in general, right? Not specifically Fellowship. So we are going to be building Mary in Lord of the Rings. That's going to be difficult. Because he doesn't, like, he spends a lot of the movies not really doing a whole lot, unfortunately. Like, there's not a whole lot to go off of his character, Pathfinder build wise specifically. But we're gonna try. We're gonna do our best. We're gonna be doing Mary this week. And then next Tuesday, we're gonna be doing Gyarados. And next Wednesday, we're gonna be doing Doduo. And that's it. That's the plan for the next week of streams. Thank you everybody for hanging out and watching, despite the fact that the last half of the stream was me either gushing over Arcade or just bitching and moaning and talking and just absolutely shitting on Rebel Moon. But yeah, I'm gonna go. Thank you everybody for hanging out and watching. I appreciate y'all as always. And as always, I hope y'all enjoyed the stream. I hope y'all have a good evening. I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.